I think we are a consumer goods company, future consumer enterprise. We have multiple brands and multiple SKUs and multiple product categories. And Tata Trent found us worthy enough, our brands, to stock them and offer it to their consumers. And we are brands in our own right in terms of the way we have built our products and brands over a period of time. We have put factories on this. Okay. We have done. I think these brands have always been tested with the consumers. So I think the products have been in the store. Consumers have accepted it, and we believe it's a beginning of a much longer relationship.
He says he's very lucky to have a partnership with you. What is your take on this partnership?
Oh, no, I think the feeling is mutual, certainly, because these brands, like I have said before, are created for the Indian consumer. And not only do most brands say that, but these brands come with a rich experience and interaction, which the group has had with the Indian consumer over so many years. And for us, it really fulfills a need for our consumers. And our belief is what is good for consumers is good for us. So we are indeed happy and fortunate for two reasons. One is that these brands are available in the country, and we have been chosen to stock these brands in our store.
Right. Future Consumer Enterprise right now does business worth anywhere between 2,000 to 4,000 crore rupees. Talk to us. What does this partnership and how does this add to Future Consumer Enterprise as a company, as an FMCG company?
I think FMCG company brands need distribution, and we believe Star India has its own distribution model. A lot of retail business they do. They have a plan to open a lot of small stores. I think it becomes very easy to deal with a larger player who respects your brand, who understands your brand. And once you deal with them, you're dealing with one company, one individual to put your brands across the stores. It's much easier than selling it in general trade. And one can build a strategic relationship because we understand supply chain, which is required for a larger business like this. How can we perfect supply chain? How can we offer them better margins? How can we make the fill ratios much better? How can the scanning cashier efficiencies are better? I think all the retailing issues which comes can be handled much better.
How much business addition do you see because of this type? Now that you've got a strong distribution partner like Tata Trent, you do business worth about 2,000 crore rupees roughly, and your target is 20,000 crore rupees by 2021. How much does this add to your business?
I think it is as good as 20-30 distributors being put together. So in a sense, one can't say, but I think it depends. In a retail business, you will get a shelf space, but the consumers will pick it up. Then only will get repeat orders. Okay. So now we have to prove our worth, wherein the consumers will buy and we have to keep on supplying them.
That's a very humble Mr. Biyani over there. I wanted to understand, what does this mean for Tata Trent? He just talked to us about how he was lucky to have your products over there. Now it's up to them to prove themselves. How much of business does it add to Tata Trent?
See, we are looking at these products being 20%, 25% of the categories that they play in. And I think that's what we are looking at. But once again, it's not about whether it's 20 or 25, but whether it is satisfying a consumer need. And we think it is. And we are sure going forward, there'll be more and more such categories that we will be talking about which fulfill this consumer need. So we see this as a big win-win for our consumers. As we open smaller stores and as we go closer to tighter catchments, these products, reaching it to our consumers itself, will be good for our customers.
One last question, I'm going to, before letting you guys go, what are the Future Consumer Enterprises plans as far as being an FMCG player is concerned? You're repeatedly talking about how people have been looking at us as a retailer, whereas we are a large FMCG player. You said 2 years ago that you'll be a 1,000 crore rupee FMCG player, and you are now, and even more than that. What are the ambitions and how many brands and what kind of partnerships are you looking to strike? You're talking about some partnerships in Banaras to Nagpur. Talk to us about that.
I think we have forged various partnerships on the back end. We have forged partnership with Sunkist to introduce Sunkist as a brand on the beverages side. We have forged a partnership with Migros Group from Switzerland to build a personal care brand called Swiss Temple in India. We are forging more partnerships over a period of time, which will hear from us. We have created a food park which is building up a lot of partnerships on the manufacturing side of business. We have put up a oats plant in partnership in Sri Lanka. So there are multiple partnerships because its brand and product is all about the quality which you build, and we don't think India has the manufacturing scale and the quality which we want. So we have aligned with a lot of international manufacturers and machine manufacturers and created world-class plants. These world-class plants will produce world-class quality of products. And our understanding of India will make us create a product which is suiting Indian palate. And we understand branding, design, packaging and all which is required in this business. And then we need people like Jamshed and Tatas to support us in distributing our products and brands. I think this is all coming together now. And once it starts coming together, you will see multiplication of business also happening.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.